We are continuing with the topic organic chemistry, and today we are going to study what are alkenes. Now, alkenes are they are also called as olefins. So, alkenes are also called as olefins. Now, why are they called as olefins? Because alkenes are, the meaning of olefins is they are oil forming. The lower members of the alkenes, they can make oily products with chlorine or bromine. And for alkenes, what is the correct definition when we have to define alkenes? So how do we define alkenes? So what should essentially our definition should consist of? That alkenes, they are unsaturated hydrocarbons that have a minimum of a double bond between two carbons. So this is our definition of alkenes. Then you can also add on that the general formula is of alkene is CnH2n. That is the general formula of alkenes. So this is the correct way of defining. You can combine all these three. You can combine olefin words. So you can say this is the definition. This is how we start about the definition, that alkenes are the unsaturated hydrocarbon that have a minimum, or you can say at least a double bond between two carbon, and their general formula is CnH2n. So the first member of alkene is C2H4. We don't have an alkene with one carbon, because for a double bond to be formed there should be minimum two carbons. So you can have a double bond only between two carbons. So this is, it's not possible to have a double bond between carbon and hydrogen. So that is why the first member starts with two carbon atom. Now this is the molecular formula. This is the molecular formula, and this is the condensed formula where you show the double bond, and the quota of each carbon with two hydrogen you show separately. In structural formula you draw. So this is the difference between the three formula. Molecular formula does not show you the bond, and condensed formula show you a double bond, and you divide the hydrogen that are attached to each carbon and show them separately. So for example, this carbon is having two hydrogen attached, so it is being shown separately. Similarly, this carbon is having two hydrogen attached, it is being shown separately. In structural formula, you show all the bonds, elaborate structure. Now, the common name of ethene is ethylene. Remember, ethene is IUPAC name, and the trivial or common name is ethylene. Similarly, the next member is propene. Now, this is the molecular formula. This is condensed, where you are actually showing the double bond and the position of the double bond. Rest bonds you are not showing. You are not showing the bond between carbon and hydrogen, yes. But how many hydrogens are attached to each carbon, that you are showing. It is called propylene, and IUPAC name is propene. Similarly, butene, this is the double bond. Clear? And here this is the condensed structure. Now the difference between this and this structure, you can see the hydrogen bond is not being shown, then that is the condensed formula. It is called as butylene, and IUPAC name is butene. Similarly, pentylene, and it is called pentene. So alkenes are the unsaturated hydrocarbon that contain double bond between two carbon atoms. Now isomerism in alkenes, this I will be dealing up with the upcoming topic when we will start the topic isomerism. So let's go to the next slide. Now in this next slide we are going to study. First let me clear the slide so that visibility is better for you. Now, ethene, as you know, it is called as, ethene is also called as ethylene. We know it. Now, it's a common name and the formula. And I hope it's clear. This is a molecular formula. It is C2H4. It is the first member of the alkene series, and it's very important because in small amounts, this is used in artificial ripening of fruits. So it is also, it occurs as a plant hormone. Ethylene is a plant hormone. It occurs naturally also in the plants. It's a plant hormone and it helps in the ripening of fruits. Now, structure of ethene, you can see a double bond is present between the two carbon. Here you can see, and the 4 hydrogens are attached, and the angle, this angle between hydrogen, carbon and carbon, this angle is 120 degree. That's the reason the structure will be planar, or you call it flat. I hope you remember, in case of alkanes, it was tetrahedral and the angle was 109.5 degree. Here the angle is 120 degree. Because of this angle, the geometry changes and the structure is planar or flat. So this is the introduction of alkenes. Now we will be continuing more in the upcoming